Magandang araw po. Natapos na tayo sa pag-discuss ng iba't ibang klase ng structural frame system. Kung gusto niyo pong ma-review yun, nandyan po yung link noon sa description box nitong video. Ngayon, meron tayong advantages at alam na nga natin yun na ito yung pwedeng maging ductile yung ating design of beams and perfect ito sa pag-address ng earthquake effects, no? Or yung tinatawag nga natin na earthquake resistant buildings. Kino-consider natin na magkaroon ng ductile behavior yung ating design, lalo na kung magtatayo tayo sa malapit sa earthquake zones or nasa earthquake zone yung tatayuan natin. Sabi nga, Section 418 provides design and detailing to enhance ductility requirements that are intended to resist strong earthquake ground motions without significant loss of stiffness or strength. Kung gusto nyo tingnan sa NSCP 2015 natin, nandun yun sa page 434. Now, this section provides design and detailing requirements for the beams of special moment frames. Meron din po sa columns. But the direction of this video will focus on the column special moment frames and samples. Okay? So, provided naman natin yung ating code. Kompleto yan dito sa slides na to. So, I want you to read this along the way. Okay? This is for the beams. And this about discussing the lap splices, okay? Like spacing of the transverse reinforcement, no? Enclosing the lap splice bars shall not exceed the smaller of d/4 and 100 mm. Lap splices shall not be used in locations through A to C, within the joints, within the distance twice the beam depth from the face of the joint, and letter C, within the distance twice the beam depth from the critical sections. Actually, ito yun. O, lahat ng nabanggit kanina is dito siya nakamodel sa diagram na to. Another is for the transverse reinforcement naman. So, I want you to read the parts of these sections. Yan. Yan. And then, dito nyo naman siya makikita o i-apply. Diba? Kung babasahin kasi natin yun, matagal. No? Sabi dito, at this region, no splice shall be allowed to H from the base of the support. So, nabanggit din yun doon. Magkabilaan po yun. So, kung mag-i-splice ka along the longitudinal bars, sabi niya, dito ka lang sa zone na ito mag-i-splice. And, yung spacing ng stirrups dito sa part within the 2H is this. Okay, when dealing with earthquake resistant or yung inaano na natin, no? Kinikater na natin seismic detailing. Okay, where H is the height of the beam. Okay na tayo dyan. So, punta tayo sa columns of special moment frames and dito talaga tayo mag-focus. No? Columns are very important, okay, in resisting lateral effects, lateral forces such as earthquake. So, meron kasing designing na pag hindi mo dinesign yung building an inductile behavior, meron tayong provisions doon na common lang. No? Pwede natin siyang gamitin sa ordinary moment resisting frame. No? Pero dito, medyo mas pagdidiinan natin yung gamit ng confinement tsaka yung mga provisions kagaya ng bawal ka din mag-splice dito, ganyan. So, kagaya ng beam, meron din sa column. So, 418.7.2.1 or in general, doon ka magbase sa 418.7.2 dimensional limits. Okay? Sa column, dapat ang shortest cross-sectional dimension niya shall be greater or equal to 250. Magsisimula ka talaga sa 250, no? Ngayon, the ratio of the shortest to perpendicular dimension should be greater than or equal to 0.4. The ratio of the shortest to the perpendicular dimension. So, if you have the shortest 250, yan, 250, tapos yung isang side is 500, rectangular column, no? Dapat greater than 2.4 kaso okay yan, no? So, the least dimension that you should have is equal to 0.4. So, dapat, kung 250 yung isang side mo, okay, yung X mo dapat nasa 625. Yan, pwede pang magkaroon tayo ng ganyang column. Okay? So, next. Napakaigpit nung NECP when it comes to dealing with flexural strength. Like, yung moment ng na nararanasan, mayroon kasing moment din yung beam column connection natin na natatransfer sa column yung moment. Okay, the column moment should be greater than or equal to 6/5 or ito yung 20% more than, no? If I'm not mistaken, 6/5 is 1.2. Yan. So, more than siya ng 20% dun sa moment nominal dun sa beam. No? Dinescribe naman dito yun. Sabi niya, sum of the nominal flexural strength of the beams framing into the joint, evaluated at the faces of the joint. So, kung left and right yan, mga kapatid, sa isang beam kasi, di ba may magkabilang joint. Kunin mo yung parehas na moment doon. And the sum of that will be MNB. Nominal nominal. So, ngayon, dapat yon 1.2% or 1.2 times that should be the flexural strength sa column is greater than that. Mas malaki dapat yung kakayanan ng column para strong column weak beam relationship. No? Next, longitudinal reinforcement na tayo sa column. The area of longitudinal reinforcement or AST ang tawag doon shall be at least 0.01 AG and shall not exceed 0.06 AG. Nagamit na natin to before nung ordinary column design pa lang tayo. And the other one, columns with circular hooks shall have at least 6 longitudinal bars. These are for spiral columns. Kapag tight columns naman, at least 4, di ba? So, transverse reinforcement, another provision. Yung tinatawag nating length LO. This length LO shall not be less than the largest of. Meron kasing portion sa column, no, na kagaya nito. In the span of the column, like the clear span of the column. So if you have the joint at this point, beam and column joint, and then beam column joint, itong span na to has its LO. Yan. This LO is the region kung saan critical yan. Yung masinsin dapat yung ating mga transverse reinforcement or lateral ties. Ang length niyan should be the largest. Okay? Shall not be less than. Okay? Ibig sabihin, this is the minimum. Okay? The S min. Okay? This is the length minimum. The depth of the column measured in the direction of bending. So, kung ang tinutukoy sa letter A, kung ang column mo ay rectangular, di magkaiba ng, magkaiba ng depth or sukat. Tama po. So, like, if you have this column, kung saan yung position ng moment, okay, or the yielding, flexural yielding. So, halimbawa, pag ganun, dalawa din minsan, di ba? Kung saang side prone or yielding yung ating moment, yun yung kukunin nating dimension. Pero kung square column naman to, okay lang. So, parehas lang naman din. So, the depth of the column measured in the direction of the bending. Okay? And letter B is 1/6 of the clear span. So, kung ito ang height natin, ito yung tinutukoy na clear span. Okay? And then 450. Okay po? I-apply natin later. Next is itong mga letter A to F na provision when it comes to transverse reinforcement. Dapat masatisfy or at least ma-i-apply natin lahat ito doon sa ating design. Kagaya ng letter A, sabi niya, transverse reinforcement shall comprise either single or overlapping spirals, circular hoops, or rectilinear hoops with or without cross ties. Okay? Ang tinutukoy lang dyan, of course, lagyan mo ng confinement yung ating longitudinals. Letter B, bends of rectilinear hoops and cross ties shall engage peripheral longitudinal reinforcement bars. Ibig sabihin po yung bends. Napaka critical, or should I say, uwasan natin yun. Lalo yung paggamit ng hooks. No? Like, hindi tayo pwedeng, kapag nasa seismic detailing tayo, hindi pwedeng nag-overlap lang yung okay? Yung nag-overlap lang yung ties natin ganyan. Dapat meron tayong seismic hooks, tinatawag. So, meron kasing 135 degrees, meron din yung 90 degrees. Later, makikita natin kung kailan tayo magaganon. So, letter C, cross ties of the same smaller size or smaller bar size as the hoops shall be permitted subject to the limitation of section 425.7.2.2. Saan yan? Saan makikita yan? Okay, ito yan. 425.7.2.2. Diameter of tie bar or wire shall be at least A and B. So, 10 mm kapag nag-enclose ka ng 32 pababa. 12 mm kapag nag-enclose ka ng 36 mm na main bars taas or nagbabundle ka. Tandaan natin yun. And ito nga pala yung dati na ginamit natin noon doon sa common design ng column. Yung tatlo, at least 1/3 of the aggregate, center to center spacing of 16 dB, 48 dB tie bar, and the smallest dimension. This time, may kinalaman na si seismic dito. And basahin na natin ito lahat, and we should satisfy this. Lalo na yung letter F. Kapag na-fall tayo dun sa PU is greater than 0.3 AGF5C, if you check that, yung PU nga pala is the ultimate design load na kinicarry ng column mo. Or, sabi niya gano'n, si F'(C) yung matapang, greater than 70 MPa. Yung ating HX mababago yun. Yung HX kasi yung pagitan ng mga legs ng transverse reinforcement kung may cross ties ka. Mamaya may sample tayo. Shall not exceed 200. Pero kapag hindi naman to ang ano natin, condition, pwede naman tayo mag-exceed ng 200, no? Wag lang tayong lalaki ng wag lang tayong lalampas ng spacing natin ng 150. Okay? Mamaya madidetalye natin 'to ng mas maayos. So, yun. Yung tinutukoy ko na transverse reinforcement, bukod doon sa lahat ng sinabi dito na i-apply natin, should have the maximum spacing, kumbaga. So, yung maximum spacing or S-max natin, sabi niya, it shall not exceed the smallest eh. Ibig sabihin maximum na to. 1/4 of the minimum column dimension, 6 times the diameter of smallest bar, main bar, and the formula SO. So, itong nakabox na to, yung isa sa mga detail talaga na i-compute natin. So, ito si HX, yung pumapasok ng HX, yung sinasabi ko kanina. Okay? Pag dito sa condition na to ka na full, yung HX mo shall not exceed 200. But, not more than 150, sabi niya dito yung SO mismo, no? And shall not taken less than 100. So, ang pinakamaliit mo lang na S-max is 100. Okay? Hindi nalalampas sa 100. Okay? Ibig sabihin, dinadirect talaga tayo ng code na masinsin tayo doon sa LO length. Ulitin ko itong maximum spacing na to shall be the grounds doon sa length LO. Yun, no? Ayan siya, SO. So, yun yung spacing dito. So, possible na beyond LO, yung ST na yan, yung spacing na dito, medyo maluluwag na ng konti kumpara dito. Okay? And kung sakali man na meron tayong splicing dito, sabi niya dito, pwede daw tayong mag-splicing dito sa part sa gitna. Ito yung beyond the length. Is possible din na yung at splicing zone, kung meron ng dugtungan, is masinsin din talaga yung spacing doon. Yan. And meron pa? The amount of transverse reinforcement shall not be less than the given in table 418.7.5. 418.7.5, yung table na yan. So, meron tayo ditong conditioning. Okay? KF. Yan. F prime C over 175 plus 0.6 should not be less than 1. And the other one is Kn. Nangyayari lang to, nakakompute lang natin to kapag yung condition natin is over the, this one. No? PU is greater than 0.3 Ag F prime C. Pero minsan kasi hindi naman natin naaabot yung F prime C na sobrang laki, di ba? Nangyayari to talaga kapag siguro napakalapit mo na talaga sa earthquake zone areas, or your load is you have the high-rise building, mid-rise building, gano'n. But ang binanggit dito is or. So pwede talaga tayong mag-vary depende sa load or depende sa timpla ng concrete. Pag naman satisfy mo tong condition na to, tatlo yung i-satisfy mo sa area ng transverse reinforcement mo. Kung meron kang 10 mm na gagamitin or 12 mm, depende nga doon, no? Yun yung ASH na tinatawag. So before we go that, let's explain first what we call symbols or parameters na titingnan natin sa column natin. Suppose you have a rectangular column, no? And with B, base and height, no? So meron tayo tinatawag na ACH. Yung ACH is the cross-sectional area of a member measured to the outer edge of the transverse reinforcement. ACH. So kung kukunin muna natin yung BC na to, sa along the shortest dimension, this is just the clear dimension. I-minus mo lang yung dalawang concrete cover, clear cover. And ganun din sa kabila. So pag tinimes mo yung dalawa, BC1 times BC2, yun yung ACH. Okay? Yung ASH naman or ASH is the total cross-sectional area of the transverse reinforcement, including cross ties. Including the cross ties. Ibig sabihin, talaga. So, then within spacing S and perpendicular to BC. Tandaan mo yung formula natin na ASH, ito yun. Yan. Ito yung formula, either A and B or ABC. Kung dito kasi madalas na napupul yung condition eh. Kasi hindi naman talaga umaabot halos yung mapakaraniwan din design natin building na 70 MPa. Okay? So, kung satisfy mo to, obviously, hindi naman siya pwede dito. So, dito talaga tayo. So, ito yung formula natin. Kung titingnan mo, you need to get the ACH. Okay? You need to get the ACH to compute this. Yung area gross, madali lang naman yan eh. And yung ACH nga, kailangan mo sa BC tsaka si BC2. Ngayon, bukod pa dun, yung sinasabi nating perpendicular to BC. Okay? For example, kukunin natin yung area of reinforcement dito sa parallel to the short dimension, for example. Parallel to the short direction. Ang BC na gagamitin ko dyan is BC2. Perpendicular eh. Pero pag ito naman yung kukumpitin natin along this direction, sa long direction, ang BC naman natin is BC1. Okay? Later, example tayo, no? Ayan. So, HX is the maximum spacing between hook or cross tie legs. This is a center to center in mm. Ganito yan. Both directions has its ties, for example. So, parallel to the long direction, we have how many legs? 1, 2, 3. Yan. 1, 2, 3. The short direction, we have cross ties of 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 legs. So, both legs has lahat ng legs may mga dimensions yan. So, kung along the long direction, we have HX2, HX2, HX2. So, alin dyan sa tatlo yung pinakamalaki? So, kukumputin mo talaga yan manually. So, ang pinakamadaling way para makompute yan, parang kung titingnan mo, is, kumputin muna natin yung clear spacing ng bawat main bar. Parang, kung meron kang 700, for example, tapos yung cover mo is 40, for example, so minus mo yung 280. Diba? Tapos, i-minus mo yung yung diameter ng ties. Sabihin na natin 10 mm yan, hindi 20. Ngayon, ang natitira na lang from here to here. So, i-minus mo din yung bawat isang diameter ng bar. For example, ang ginamit mo 28. Ilang piraso? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yan. So, yung natitirang length is itong mga spaces na to. So, para makuha mo yung isang space, divide mo yan ng kung ilan sila. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, meron kang 54 sa bawat pagitan. So, ngayon, para makuha natin yung HX, this is a center to center spacing doon sa ties. Hanapin mo sa kanilang tatlo by ocular inspection kung sino pinakamalaki. And obviously, ito yung nasa gitna. So, diyan ka na lang mag-focus. So, para makuha yun, di 54 plus 54, di ba? 54, idagdag mo na lang yung 54 plus tatlong 28 plus isang or kalahati ng 10, di ba? So, 10 plus 10. So, yun na yung isang HX mo. 202. No? And ganun din yung gagawin dito sa kabila. Alin man sa kanila yung pinakamalaki, doon sa HX1 at HX2, yun ang gagamitin natin HX ng pag-solve ng SO. Yung kaninang SO. Yun, dito. The maximum. So, si HX pala should not be less than 350. Or it should be equal to 350. Sabi niyo ganun dito. 350 mm. Less than. Or should be less than pala. Ibig sabihin, hindi lalaki ng 350. No? And the spacing of transverse reinforcement along the length of the member. Yung S na tinutukoy is yung pagitan nila along the length. Okay? Yan. So, again kapag kukuha na tayo ng area for the total cross-section ng transverse para ma-check natin kung safe yun or hindi, is ito yung gagamitin natin. Yun, si BC pala, ito tukoy ko, no? Ayun si BC. Yan yung BC na yan is perpendicular dapat to the point of direction natin, check natin. Okay? Yeah. And then, we have this, ayan beyond the length LO. Ito naman yung ST kanina. Yan, ito yun. Yung beyond LO. Dalawa kasi spacing natin. Yung dito sa within LO, tsaka beyond LO. Dalawang bagay lang yung tatandaan mo doon. It should be 6 times the diameter of the smallest or end 150. No? Shall not exceed, sabi niya. 6 times the smallest diameter and 150. Okay? So, again, pwede lang tayong mag-splice dito sa ink zone na to beyond the LO. So, usually, and column ties. Yan. Tandaan natin yan, no? Another provisions. Yan. Tandaan natin. Ito yung dalawang grupo na sinasabi ko, yung condition. Pwedeng less than ka ng 7,000 or 70 PSI or greater than ka yung FRMC mo. No? So, kailan tayo magkakaroon ng mga cross ties? Yan. Every corner and alternate longitudinal bar shall have lateral support. Ayan. Masatisfy mo dapat yan, lateral support. And no bar shall be farther than 6 inches or 150. No bar shall be less than. Okay? Shall be farther than. Okay? So, yun na yung pinaka-maximum mo. Yung pagitan ng dalawang main bar mo is 150. Clear from a laterally supported bar. Consecutive cross ties around the perimeter and along the length have their 90 degrees hooks on opposite sides of the column. Again seismic detailing ang ginagawa natin. So, madalas dito tayo nagpo-full. So, pwede ka daw mag-alternate nito. So, yung mga seismic hooks natin hindi pwedeng kung nag-hook ka dito sa direction na to, puro hook na dito, dapat alternate para mas matibay. Okay? So, 90 degrees hooks on opposite sides of the column. Alternate. Provided na pala to ng ACI din, So, 318. The dimension xi from the center line to center line of the support shall not exceed 360 mm. Yan yung sinasabi natin kanina dito. Yan. 360 nga doon sa ano sa SCI. Tayo 350 sabi ni NCD. Okay? Yun. And then, we have here, pag ano na, sobrang laki na nung dinedesign natin. Yan. I-provide daw natin yung seismic hooks. No? All throughout. At saka, yung cross ties. Tingnan nyo, halos lahat ng column bars or main bars, merong cross ties. Okay? Sundan lang natin additional na information. Additional requirement pa is, kailan tayo nagkakaroon ng magandang confinement. Okay, well confined, improved confinement, poorly confined. Pero usually ito kasi nasa maliliit na bahay lang, no? And dito, improve. Okay? So sabi, a column hoop shall be configured with at least 3 hoops or cross ties legs, retaining longitudinal bars along each face. At least 3 hoops. Okay, or cross ties legs. So then once the transverse reinforcement has been selected in accordance with the seismic detailing, the shear strength of the column needs to be checked. Okay po. So, subukan natin mag-compute ng mga yan dito sa ating example. So, meron tayong column shown na 28, 32 bars. Okay? With FY 414 MPa. The hoops and cross ties are 16 mm. Malaki-laki, no? 16 mm na cross ties. Kasi bakit? 32 mm na yung main bar natin. Sabi sa code, di ba? Then, we have 275 MPa para sa transverse reinforcement. May spacing na binigay, 110. Titingnan natin if this is adequate, no? As to investigate. Meron tayong 1000 mm by 700. Okay, sabi natin dapat yung short to long column at to long ratio should satisfy our 0.4 ratio. So na-satisfy naman. Ngayon, yung main bars natin umabot ng 28. If you look at the dimension, dapat daw farther than 6 inches yan. Diba? And ito, dinesign na siya na may mga cross-sectional hooks. Or sorry, transverse reinforcement. Ito yung mga hooks. Ilang legs sa short direction. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. While sa long is 4. So check natin kung okay yan. So the maximum spacing of confinement reinforcement. Ito yung SO based on seismic design. Okay? Tingnan natin. Bago tayo compute ng SO, kunin muna natin yung mga parameters na to. BC1, BC2, di ba? Yan. BC1 is i-minus lang natin yung mga given parameters. Eh, nagbigay kasi si drawing ng si problem ng 70, pero that is measured from the outermost fiber to the centroid of the column bars. So, 700 minus 270, idagdag mo pa yung dalawang kalahati ng main bar 32, tsaka yung dalawang 16, kaya 624. That is for the short direction. And BC2 is this 924. Okay? And we have ACH. Di multiply mo lang yun. Ito yung core na tinatawag, column core. No? We have 576, 576. And gross area, of course, the gross area, 1,000 times 700. Yan yung kailangan natin, parameters para sa mga formula. So, kung kukumputin na natin yung maximum spacing of confinement reinforcement, we will check if this 110 is good. Diba? Kung ang 110 na yan ay para sa buong length ng beam, ay ng column, tingnan natin kung pasok. Sabi niya, tatlo yun. Una, 1/4 of the minimum column dimension. Minimum column dimension is 700. So, 1/4 nun, 175. And we have 6 times of the smallest diameter. Isa lang naman yung diameter, 32. So, times 6, 192. At yung formula ng SO. SO is equals to 100 plus 350 minus HX over 3. Sabi natin, si HX is sa pagitan ng mga cross ties. Yung pinakamalaki pagitan. As you can see here, sa drawing, HX1, yung pinakamalaki yung nasa gitna along the short direction. And si HX2 is the pinakamalaki dito sa corner. So, yun na lang ang focusan mo. So, let's try to compute both. So, we have the parallel to the short direction, HX1. Para makompute yan, di kinuha ko 700, diba? Minus 270, dito, from gitna to gitna. And dinivide ko sa 6. Diba? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Para kunin muna yung pagitan ng bawat isa. And then, yun, kinuha ko, okay, yung length na nito. So, parang dinagdag ko na lang na 2 beses yun, times 2 to. Then, dinagdag ko yung 32. Okay, center to center kasi yung ginamit ko, no, na pagitan ng bar. So, plus 32 plus half ng tie, 60. So, we have to 34.67. Si HX2, dito naman, pares lang din ng concept, I have 263. Sabi, HX is the maximum supposed to be between the two. So, yan na ngayon, isa-substitute ko sa HX dito sa formula. And we have 129 mm. So, sa kanilang tatlo, sabi dito, shall not exceed the smallest. The smallest among the three is SO, this one. Then ngayon yung check mo kung pasok siya sa range 100 to 150. So, pasok siya. So, the smallest should be, the maximum should be 129. So, pasok ba yung 110? Yes. So, pasok tayo dun sa 129. Okay po? So, letter B question is the minimum cross-sectional area of the confinement reinforcement. Una, nasabi natin okay na si 110. So, gamitin na natin siya throughout. No? Pero again pag hindi ito yung 110 mo, naging 150, hindi pwede yun. Kasi Xmax is 129 sa seismic design. So, we will use the table for 18.7 as discussed previously. So, the table will say, check mo muna kung saan magpo-fall. Una, dito tayo sa rectilinear hoops. Spiral kasi ito. So, rectilinear hoops. Ang binigay sa atin is F'C21. So, ibig sabihin, dito pa lang, na-satisfy na. Hindi man natin alam yung PU dito, ito pa rin yung gagamitin natin. So, greater of A and B. So, dalawa lang, no? Now, sabi niya, ASH over S times BC is equal to this or this. No? So, that is the minimum cross-sectional area for confinement reinforcement parallel to the short direction. Using this formula, kunin natin yung spacing. Ano po? Okay? Or the minimum is ASH. So, yan. Sinubstitute ko lang. I cross-multiply ko lang. And then, we substitute the values. Yung BC na kanina ko pa sinasabi na should be perpendicular to the point of consideration. Di ba, nagsusolve tayo for the parallel to short direction. Ito yun, short direction. So, ang gagamitin kong BC is yung BC2. Si 924. Ayan, 924. And we have 498.443 mm squared. Next is the letter B. Substitute natin. Ito siya. Si 110 is yung given spacing. Let's check. So, ang pinakamalaki sa kanila daw, greater of A and B. So, therefore, si ASH mo, K is, if you check the actual provided AH, you can see here how many legs along the parallel to direction, to the short direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. So, 5, 16 mm. So, we have 1,005.31. This is greater to the minimum. So, okay yung legs provided. Pag hindi po na-satisfy, you should add another leg. Okay? For cross ties. Ganun po yun. Okay? Punta naman tayo sa long direction. Sa long direction, will give you same concept. Yan. Kaya lang napalitan lang yung mga data dito. Kasi nga, long. Tapos pagdating sa checking, 4 na lang na legs. Ito. Along the long side. So, pasok pa rin tayo sa ASH minimum. No? Yan lang. Yan lang natin i-solve yung ating spacing, checking, and cross ties. So, technically, nag-i-investigate tayo dito. So, ganyan. And kung papansin niyo, dahil nag-fall tayo doon sa first condition, alternate yung ating mga ito, naka 135 yung cross ties natin dito, tapos naka 90 dito sa kabila. 90, then 138, 135, yan, alternate. Okay? Another sample to follow sa next video na lang. Maraming salamat po sa panonood. If you have questions, comment down below. Please like and share. Thank you.
Let's go! Let the music play. It's time to celebrate.